I am excited because today's art project is going to be lots and lots of fun. Look right here. I see, count with me, 1, 2, 3. I see how many pigs?
3.
The 3 little pigs. And who is this? A wolf. The big bad wolf. Oh man, that must mean we are going to get to talk about the 3 little pigs. The 3 little pigs, and we are going to make stick puppets. What are they called?
Stick puppets.
They're called stick puppets because do you see we have sticks right here? So we have stick puppets, and we are going to cut them out and put sticks with them, and then you get to tell the story with your sticks. You can take them home and use them like puppets, and you can tell the story. So we're going to talk about the story today and cut out this picture today as well. Class, stand. Turn your chair into the table. Boys and girls watching, they have their paper inside their desk. You go ahead and get prepared, and so will they. Go ahead and pull out your puppet paper. Kyla, go quickly because she's trying to get in. Oh, I like how Jonathan got it right away and he put it down flat on the table because he's ready to work hard. Good job. All right, eyes this way. Your scissors, boys and girls watching, they already have their scissors on their name tag. So your on-site teacher will give you a pair of scissors and then we will get ready. Here we go. Look right here. I see that we have our 3 little pigs and our wolf. And do you see, this is like a rectangle. What shape is this? A rectangle. And then inside the rectangle are little squares. The first thing we're going to do is, oh, I only see about 3 eyes on Mrs. Stewart. Boys and girls watching, thank you for having your eyes right on me. You're working hard today. We are going to cut out our rectangle first. So I'm going to get my scissors. I'm going to make sure Daddy is in the little hole. My babies are in the big hole and my mommy is on top. And I am going to cut up, starting with the wolf, and I am going to cut along the black lines, just the rectangle first. I'm not going to cut the squares first. I'm going to cut my rectangles first. And if you can see, then I'm going to go on the top. First I was cutting along the bottom. Now I'm cutting along the top and back around by the wolf again. And then I will have just this piece of paper right here. And I have my trash. And this is going to be on the table. And I'm going to throw this away. Now, I'm going to keep my scissors in my hand. Do not put your scissors down because we're going to keep cutting. So then I'm going to take my trash. I'm going to put it in the bucket. Okay? All right, to pick up your scissors, remember to hold it in the hand that you always write in. So if you're right-handed, it should go in what hand?
Right.
Right hand. And if you're left-handed, it should go in? The left hand. Good job. Go ahead and pick up your paper and only cut the rectangle out. That's all we're doing first. Cut the rectangle out first. Come around and see how you're doing. Now, the 3 little pigs, their mommy said, you're getting too old to live at my house, so you have to go out on your own. So the 3 little pigs went out on their own and went their separate ways. And the first little pig was walking down the street and found a man who was selling some, do you remember?
Sticks.
Not sticks, he was selling some straw. Yes, he was selling some straw. Oh, I'm not cutting the squares. Don't cut those squares off. This way. Cut just the rectangle first. He found some straw, so he took the straw, he bought the straw from the man, and then he started to build a house out of straw. So he built his house, and he sat down to read a book. We're just having fun, so we can tell the story the way we want. And so he sat down to tell the book, and all of a sudden he heard a knock at the door, and who was it?
The wolf.
The wolf, the big bad wolf. And he knocked on the door and he said, little pig, let me in. And what did that little pig say?
No.
Yes, he said, no way, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So he huffed and he puffed, and what did he do?
He blew the house down.
He did, he blew the house down, and he ate the little pig. In this story he did. He ate the little pig. When we tell a story, we can tell it the way we want. He ate the little pig. Well, then, now there's another pig. And this little pig went off on his own, and he started to walk down the street, and he found a man that was selling
Sticks.
He was selling sticks, that's right. So let's see. Let's see how we're doing first with our paper. All right, good job. I see that. Nice. Go ahead and throw your trash in there. He was selling, good. Go ahead and throw your trash. Don't worry about that. Okay, this table right here, you can start. Since the man found sticks, I want you to get 4 sticks. Go ahead, put your scissors down and pass the bucket. Sit down. It'll come to you. And pass the bucket around and get 4 sticks, okay? Pass the bucket around and get 4 sticks. Count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pass the bucket to the next person. Boys and girls watching, you should have 4 sticks. And put them on your name tag, the 4 sticks. Keep your scissors because we're going to need them. The man sold the pig the 4 sticks, and he went to a place to build his home out of sticks. Now, let's look right here before we keep going. Now, I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut the squares. Watch Mrs. Stewart. 1 square. There's 1. I'm going to put it on my name tag. 2 squares. I'm going to put it on my name tag. There's my orange pig. And then right here in the middle. Go ahead and do that now. And put them right on your name tag. So he built his house out of sticks. And he built his house, and he decided he was going to make a cherry pie. Oh, do you like cherry pie? I love cherry pie. So he made a cherry pie, and he set his table so nicely, and he sat down. Go ahead now. He sat down to eat a piece of cherry pie, and all of a sudden he heard a
Knock, knock, knock.
a knock, knock, knock. And who was it? The what? The wolf. And the wolf said, little pig, let me come in. And the little pig said, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And the wolf said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. And he puffed and he huffed and he blew that house in. And guess what he did?
He ate the little pig.
He ate the pig and the cherry pie. He ate it all up. So he had his dinner and his dessert. Oh my. So then you would think he'd be full, but he knew because he'd been watching. He'd been watching those little pigs leave their mama's house. And so then he went to find the other pig. Let's see how we're doing with our cutting. Do you have all of your squares on your name tag? Let's see. Well, then the other pig, he found a man that was selling bricks. So he brought the bricks and built his house of bricks. And when he was making his house, when he was done, he also made himself a nice chimney, which means he had a fireplace. And the fireplace, he could make things in there, like he could put a big pot in there and make some stew, and he could make some bread and roast some marshmallows, and that's what he did. He roasted some marshmallows, and he put on a big pot of stew, and the pig could see the smoke in the chimney. Well, that little wolf knocked on the door and said, what? Little pig, let me come in. And the little pig said, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And so he did what? He
Huffed.
and he
Huffed.
and he.
Blew the house down.
No, he didn't, because it was made of bricks. You can't blow a house down of bricks. So he thought for a minute, I'm going to try again. So he did it again. He huffed, huff, and he puffed, and he tried again, and it didn't fall down. So he thought, I'm going to go down that chimney. Now, what was happening in that fireplace?
Fire.
There was fire because there was a big pot of what?
Fire.
Stew. And Angelina, what was he roasting? Marshmallows and some muffins, and there was all kinds of things cooking, so that fire was hot. And when that wolf went down the chimney, he didn't know, but he went kerplop right into that stew. And what do you think the pig had for supper?
Fire. What?
The wolf. He had the wolf for supper because that wolf did not eat that little pig, and the little pig had a nice meal. He had his stew and his roasted marshmallows because the wolf did not eat that little pig. So, see, when you tell a story, you can tell it the way you want, and you can go home and tell your family the story of the 3 little pigs the way that you want to do it. It's so fun to do make-believe. It is. So now we're going to put our 3 pigs and our wolf together. So hands in your lap and eyes this way so you can see what we're going to do. Now, boys and girls watching, we have little slits in ours. Your on-site teacher, if she hasn't already, she will put some slits in there for you. That means little cuts into your little papers. Now, the first thing we're going to do is let's do the wolf because he's a fun little character. I like him. So watch Mrs. Stewart. I'm going to take my stick. So everybody get your wolf and your stick. Watch Mrs. Stewart. So you see where his little mouth is? There's a slit right below it. I'm going to stick my stick in there. Let's see if I can get it right in there. I'm trying to do it so you could see it. And then you will see how it comes on the back. And then you can stick it in the back right between his ears. So that way you'll see the stick mostly in the back and not in front of his face. So you should see it in the back, but not in front of his face. So there's the first one. So there's our little wolf. And you know what would be fun? If you were on the one side of your bed or behind your couch. If you have a couch that you can walk around in, and you could be behind your couch and you could tell the story and you can do the voices. What does the wolf say? I'll huff and I'll huff. There you go. So there's the first one, just like that. So let's see how we're doing. Let's see if you need help. Boys and girls watching, have you figured it out? Let's see. See? You're going to put it right through the slit. Let's see. Good job. You got it. See? And then it comes from behind. And then you stick it in just like that. So now you got it. All right. Find the little pig wearing orange. Find the little pig wearing orange. And we're going to do the same thing. You're going to go from the tummy right there, the orange. Bring it from behind, and then right between the ears so that you see the stick in the back and not the front. You'll just see it a little bit right here and right here. And then you can play with your little pig. Got it? How are we doing? Now, if you were telling the story, think in your brain, that little pig that was eating cherry pie in what kind of house was he in?
The stick.
Nope. He was in the stick, yes, in the stick house. What kind of pie would you be eating if you were telling the story? Think in your brain. Don't yell at me. Just think in your brain. Or maybe you wouldn't be eating pie. Maybe you'd be eating something else. Carter, what would you be eating?
Chocolate.
A chocolate pie. Ooh, a chocolate pie with friends. So when you tell the story, you can say the pig was eating a chocolate pie. What else would you be eating instead? It doesn't have to be a pie. It could be something else. What do you think? What do you think, Cyrus? What would you do?
A chocolate pie.
A chocolate bar? Ooh, a candy bar would be fun. I think I could tell it again, and maybe he could be eating popcorn. I love popcorn. Popcorn is so yummy. I like popcorn too. All right, take your little piggy wearing purple. Find the little piggy wearing purple. And do the same thing. Put it through the belly, and then behind, and then up through his ears. This is the little pig that's either going to eat chocolate bar or chocolate pie or popcorn or that cherry pie. Oh, so fun. And then the little green guy, he's the one that was making stew, and Angelina said he was roasting marshmallows. What else could he be making? Jonathan, what else could he be making?
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. That would be yummy. Your pig could be making grilled cheese. Yes. You could even make it where the pigs don't even get eaten up. Maybe they all leave the houses and run to the house with the pig living in the brick house. You could tell it that way too. However you want to tell it. But it's just fun to play, make believe, and have fun with your stories. It's called using your imagination. God gave you a brain, and you can use your imagination. It's so much fun. All right. Oh, look at Mila. She's got all hers ready to go to tell the story. Show your friends watching. Let me fix your woof real quick. So, there you go. Now you can hold it all together. Look at that. So fun. You need some help? All right. Let's sing When Pigs Get Up in the Morning. Are you ready? When pigs get up in the morning, they always say good day. When pigs get up in the morning, they always say good day. They say, oink, 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 oink. That is what they say. They say, oink, 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 oink. That is what they say. Who made the pigs? God did. Who made wolves? Where do wolves usually live? Where do you usually find them? In the forest. That's right. Good job. And a pig, where would you find a pig maybe?
At the farm.
At the farm. Good job. Good job. At the zoo, at a petting zoo. Very good. What do pigs like to eat?
Mud.
They do like to play around in the mud. They do, but what do they really like to eat?
Mud.
Corn. Yes. Real life pigs, they would eat corn. Or you know what they like to eat? They like to eat slop. You know what slop is?
No.
Slop is like when the farmers are eating their food and they're taking their breakfast, their food like eggs and bread and all that stuff from breakfast, and then they take their lunch, whatever they ate for lunch, and they scrape all the extra. You know when you don't finish your food and mommy scrapes all the extra into the trash can? That's what they eat. But they love it. They think it's delicious. They go, it's so good. They do. They like it. Well, boys and girls watching, I hope you had fun doing your 3 pigs and your little wolf. I hope that you will tell your story and have fun making up whatever they're eating or where they're going. It is so much fun to play with our stick puppets.